Well, hello guys and welcome to Footsteps in Tyretracks. And today we've got another deep dive video and we're going to be looking at Agama car launcher. It's been around for quite a while and I've been using it myself quite a long time. Quite like it. A lot of people have been asking me to go over these launchers in a little bit more detail. So what I've decided to do is do the full install, showing you all the permissions that are going to be set up, going from the downloading right through to configuring to the end use of using it. I'm going to be doing it on a tablet here in my studio for most of the launchers. There's going to be a few launchers I believe won't work on my tablet at the tail end of the series. For them we'll move into the car and we'll do them there. But for the time being everything's going to be done on a tablet, so we'll be screen recording and that will take over the screen very shortly. The screen's going to take over now, so you can see me there. I'm on my tablet, and what I'm going to do, obviously I'm going to be looking at the tablet a lot, so I won't be looking at you guys. I do apologise, I'm not being ignorant. So we're going to go down to the Play Store, and you can see there I've already found Agama car launcher. So we're going to install it. You can see we're downloading, it's 10.55 meg, so it's not a very big file. And there it is, it's installed. So we'll open that up and you'll see it says license activated. I've actually purchased it and it's recognized it as soon as I've installed it. So we're going to start from the very beginning, and if you look around, that is as it starts. We're going to go down into on the right hand side and we're going to go to the settings, and we'll work from the top to the bottom. We'll just change things as we go down. As I've said in the previous videos, I'm going to set everything up the same in the sense that it's going to be for our VW EOS. So that's how we will standardize things as we're going down through. Obviously, you do whatever car you've got. So we go into the first one, your car. So as we said, we're going to go to EOS, so it's a VW. So there it is. With the black VW, not the blue VW, which is interesting. Now, you'll also notice while we're here, you can have motorbikes, and obviously you can have Android units on motorbikes now. A lot of BMWs have a kit especially for them now. I have one on my Royal Enfield Himalayan, and if you're interested, there is a video and you'll be able to find that now. If you want to go and have a look at that, that's an Android head unit. Basically it's a display unit really rather than a head unit on a bike, if it interests you. But you can you've obviously got bike logos there. Do notice though there are a few major manufacturers missing. I can't see Suzuki, I can't see Honda, I can't see Indian, which are a up and coming make, aren't they? They're getting quite big. And I can't see Royal Enfield, which I was just talking about. However, as you'll see in a minute, you can actually download your own logos. So there are some of the lorry logos, and you've got the Agama in with the, if you just want the Agama logo in with that. And you come down a bit further and you will see here, we have the add. So if we wanted to add a logo, we can go to our gallery, and if we had anything in there, we'll have a look. I don't think we've got anything we can add as a logo, but let's just try something. They're photos. Unfortunately, everything's photos. Let's just try that one there. And if we were to select that logo and just go back, let's just see what happens there. And there you are. So that's how easy it is. You could actually have your own logo. So I suppose we could take that one step further if we wanted to go and have a photo. So let's go to add again. We'll go to our gallery and let's just add a photo. Let's pick that one there because we think it looks nice. We'll go back, go into our logos. Sorry, go back. We didn't select logo, did we? So we will go back, go to logo, to our logos, select the logo, go back, so we're on logo 2, and there you are. So that gives you quite a lot of control over that center. That's really good. Anyway, as I said, we're going to have VW. So let's go back, go down to the bottom again, and we'll have VW. Only because we're setting up for the VW EOS. But that gives you a really nice overview of the customization of that logo center area. Then we move on to the theme presets. So you can see here, down on the right hand side, we have theme presets. And what they're actually preset styles, customizations, if you want to call it that. And we go down through, you can see we've actually got black AG on at the moment, and then we come down through red carbon, green light, brown luxury, you can see that sort of leathery sort of look to it, woodman, material contrast, elegant, good day, cosmos. Now you'll notice on the Cosmos you've got a bit of animation. Now we'll come back to that in a little while. I'll show you how to do the animation. White Premium, Cappuccino, and Papyrus. Hopefully that's how you pronounce that one. We'll go back to the black AG, which is black Agama, I would assume, and we'll go into edit. So this takes us into our theme editor. So now we have the option here, we have color 1, color 2, the line, the back 2, and the background. So we can change everything in there. So let's start on color 1. So it's an orange color at the moment, isn't it? So maybe we want that to be a more of a blue. So we bring that down there, a more of a blue. Color 2, maybe we want that to be a, I don't know, light blue. And we're going to bring a bit of colour into that. So there you are, you can see that's coming into a little bit of a light blue. I'm quite poor with the design, as you will agree. The line, maybe you want to make that look like red stitching, I don't know. So there you are, you've got your red stitching. We'll just darken it up a little bit. Then we got our back 2. You can see it glow twice as well when you want to change your color. So we could change that leathery color. Maybe you wanted it, I don't know, a bit more of a browny color. This is looking quite terrible, really, isn't it? I know, but it's just giving you an example of what you can do. And then we go into back 2, and you can see that. And maybe we want that to be a bit of a browny color as well. So let's bring it in. Maybe you want it to be, I don't know, a little bit lighter color like that. And then you got the last one, the background, and we can change that. So that gives you a little bit of a change here as well. But not only that, we come down to the bottom and we got 3D. So you can see, as you're looking at that, we have the ability to take off we've got the shadows there. You can sort of see the shadows in it. And if we press the 3D, 2D, you can see how it goes flat or it goes 3D. And then we got ST. And you can see it's just the lines there. So you got this like stitching effect or the line effect. So I would imagine ST does stand for stitching. Then the font, we can change the font now. Unfortunately, this is going to be difficult to show you. Do you see it? Yes, you do. You see it on the side there. So you've got all the different types of fonts. So there you are, the fonts. And then you come around, the last one is the background. So if I was to change the background, you can see the bubbly effect there, carbon effects, the more leather effect, and that's what we were going for, isn't it? But you've got all these different effects. That's quite nice as well, I like that. And you'd obviously have an idea what you want in your own car. So we just come down through and you are pretty much determined by what you can have. But you can see that you can change the colors of the backgrounds as well. So we can go over there and we can change them. And you can end up with quite a god-awful looking thing, or if you're really skilled at design, you can have something really, really quite nice. So if we go back And there you can see how easy it is to do your background. So we could say we're happy with that. I'm not, but it's giving you an example of how to do it. I think if we were to change one, it would be that one there, wouldn't it? If we were to bring that in a little bit. And there you are. We have a fully customized design. The layout is actually static. We can't change that. So we go back into the settings and we come down to the theme editor. And you'll see that the theme editor is what we were just looking at. So there was two ways of going into that, isn't there? So we'll cancel out of that. Go back into the next section, which is integration. Now this is where we can integrate our music player, our navigation, our radar detector, and our OBD scanner. Got to get the letters the right way around. So let's do the first one. Go into our music player. So that currently it says off. And you can see the players that we can choose that are there. But we also at the bottom have others. So it's just going to build up and it'll go through what we've actually got installed. So for instance, one that wasn't there, I'm just trying to find it, was an app I installed earlier for FM radio, called, there you are, so radio. So you could install that radio player. I'm just doing that. You can have Spotify, YouTube Music, whatever you want, but I just wanted to show you can have one that's not actually in the main list. And navigator. So we can do the same there. We can look down through. Sadly, we don't appear to have the same ability to browse, because I personally like Waze, but it doesn't come up. So you're pretty stuck with the choices there. I'm going to pick Google Maps. Access to Android notifications, and this is your first of your permissions. You have to turn on the permission to allow it to bring in your notifications. So we'll go back. Smart icons. So there we are. So that's how one's set up. Then radar detector. I don't have a radar detector. I don't use one in the car either. That's why I use Waze personally. But if you were to have a radar detector, you have the choice of these free programs that you can rig up to connect to your radar detector. Sadly, I don't have one, so I can't test it and tell you how it works. Unless someone wants to send me one, of course. And OBD scanner. So we get to turn it on, and you'll see there's only one there, Crab Car Scanner. And it tells you the application is not installed, so you would need to install it. So we'll click on install. So there it is on the Play Store. So we're going to install it. Simple as that. Then we're going to go back. Go into ODB scanner again. And there you are, auto start and launch control. Failed to get scanner status. Interesting. Maybe we got to go in and open it up first of all. Let's try that while we're here. So we'll just go into the Crab Car Scanner, and obviously it's going to want to connect to the scanner. So it's seeing my wireless keyboard and my earphones. But obviously, if you had your Bluetooth ODB scanner, it would see that as well. So let's go back. It may not let us connect still. But we can try. No, it's not letting us. Which is a shame. We'd have to have an ODB scanner connected. But that's how you do it. So we carry on down. The next section is volume. So the volume control is on. So here we are. So we enable the volume control. So we have a choice of buttons and touch gestures. And I'll show you the touch gestures in a minute because you're going to like that. It's really good. Buttons only or disable control. Well, we're going to have buttons and gestures. And the reason I'm saying you're going to like it, so I'll switch that on. So we go back to the main screen, and now I'm going to show you something. You're going to really like this. Now, as I put my finger around in that central area there, just outside the logo, look at that. That's great, isn't it? I'm just moving my hand around, and you can see me doing that now. I think that's absolutely brilliant. I love it, I really do. One of the best things. So let's go back to the settings, come down, and we go to auto volume from speed. Now, when you're driving, obviously the faster you get, the road noise gets a bit louder, doesn't it? So sometimes you're constantly turning the stereo up or turning it down a bit. Well, what you can do is you can actually come in here and change the level. So it will automatically adjust the volume as you know, because your tires on the road make more noise as you're driving along motorways, for instance, freeways, or whatever ways you got where you are, and the noise gets a bit louder, so your stereo will automatically increase. Now, do you want to increase it just at a normal level, or do you want to increase it very high? So you have your choice there. I would play with it and see what your preference is. Let's come back, we come down. So then we come into day and night mode. And the first one we have is auto switching. So this is, do we want our dark and light modes to go by GPS or not? Well, I'm saying yes, I'm going to have it by GPS. Screen brightness, you can have it controlled again, so you have to set the permission. So let's go back. So there you can see our screen brightness would be, in the daytime it would be 100%, and at night time it would be 30%. But if you were to just click on it, you can then adjust it. So your day brightness can be whatever you want. So can your night brightness. So you can dim it down or brighten it up exactly to how you feel most comfortable when you're driving. But it does say brightness control may not work on some devices. So again, you need to test this. And if we go on the brightness control method, so we've got Android tools, we've got Android tools active control, overlay mask, method for MCU PX3 and to PX6, and do not control brightness. So there's a lot of configuration there that you can try, and there's one hopefully to suit your head unit. So next we come down to theme design. So we can have a general theme for day and night, or we can have separate themes. So you might decide your daytime theme is quite bright and vibrant, but your nighttime theme you want a bit more sedate. So you saw us changing the way the theme looked. So you can have a really nice bright theme for the daytime that you can see, you know, so it stands out. But nighttime, you don't need it to be quite so blinding in the corner, do you? Or in the corner, in the center of your car, but it's in your corner. And you may decide you want a very, very sedate theme for that. And that's how you do it. You just go in and select separate theme for day and night, and then it gives you, once you set that, it gives you the option to go in and have two separate themes. So if we go back up to theme editor, I believe you see there, you got day and you got night. So now we got two choices. So if we go to night, say for instance, and then we could take the brightness right down. And we'd have to do this on all of them, just bring the brightness down. And slowly but surely, you'll be getting a different theme. So we need to go that way for the brightness, don't we? And that's colour. It's strange how some of them but you sort of get the idea. Now if we go between the two, you can see you've got two different And you could sit there to your heart's content and get that absolutely how you want that. So we come back down, that was theme design. So the next section is the application menu. Now you'll see it's set at 6 items. Now I want to show you what 6 items means. It means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or does it? Now this is Future Mark here, and I've been looking to see what the grid actually is, and it seems that it's actually the app spacing, as you can see. If we set it to 5, you get 5 apps across the top. So we'll go back in and we'll change it and we'll set it to 12. And then when we go back in, you can actually see there's 12 applications across the top in the apps view. That's the only thing I can see that setting does. Let's go back to the video now. And we're going to carry on down. The boot animation. Now we can have a standard boot animation. Do not show boot logo. Disable boot animation. So you've got they 3 choices. So if you want your unit to boot up just a little tiny bit faster. So user interface animation gives you a little bit better performance. Entirely up to you if you want that. And live wallpaper. So if we go to the live wallpaper, you remember I told you about the Cosmos effect we were looking at? Well, this is where it is. So if I was to turn on Cosmos now, you can make it card dependent on your speed, and turn it on only at night if you want to. So we're going to say that's okay, we'll have it as that. And then see, if you look there, you can see the Cosmos effect coming through your theme there. So that's how you do that. And of course there is another option, so we come back down. We have one other option, which is smoke. And go back and I'll show you this. And this is a bit more of a sedate sort of effect, but you can see it there now, it's all sort of blending in. Bit of a spooky Halloween sort of feel, isn't it, really? Some people might like that sort of look. We'll go back. I'm going to turn it off. And then we come down to our units of measurement. Obviously I'm in the UK. You wouldn't guess from my accent, would you? So we're going to take miles. Temperature is degrees C, but you've obviously got Fahrenheit there as well. And your time. Do you want it auto? Do you want it 12-hour or 24-hour? I'm going to select 24-hour, just so I've changed it. So next we've got screen settings, and if we go into the full screen settings, we have status bar first. Now the status bar is the little column along the top where you can see your time, your date, Wi-Fi connection, your sound, battery level. So if we go into status bar and we say hide status bar, you can see that disappears. Bring it back to show, and then we go back in, and then we got navigation bar. Now your navigation bar is the bar along the bottom that shows you, well, you got your navigation controls, your icons. So we can show or we can hide. So if we say hide, you can see it disappears there. So that is your status bar and navigation bar. And then your screen layout, you can actually change it. So if I go to manual and I say okay, you then have this option to change your aspect ratio, your number of icons. So you can see the icons are changing. So if you wanted more up there, you can have that. Aspect ratios, some people have different types of screens. Now, funnily enough, I was on the web doing a bit of research about Agama the other day, and there was a chap there who had a really beautiful, like Tesla type screen, you know, one of these big, tall, long ones. But he hadn't changed his resolution and aspect ratio properly, and he had something. I'm going to just try and show you what it looked there. You see the way that is going in at the bottom? He had it like that. And so he had this really big section at the bottom that was unusable. which I just thought that's there. It's even more like you can see as it's going there, which I thought was a bit strange really, but maybe he liked it, I don't know. So that is where you can go in and you can change your screen editor. So I'm going to apply that, and what we've actually done is we've added some more icons top and bottom. You can see I've got plus signs now. We'll come back to that at a little later stage. So then we come down, we then got system settings. So interface language, you can see we have a large selection of languages available. So I think there should be something for everybody there. Then we have sleep mode. Now, I don't know why you'd want sleep mode on your head unit, unless your power basically didn't disconnect, so your power is constant there. So if sleep mode, when external power is turned off, the unit would go into sleep and wake up quicker. I don't know. Would you want it just give you a slightly faster boot? No, it is preference. I'm going to leave that as it is, but it's there if you want to do it. Keep screen on, which is exactly the same. You know, if you put screen off, put it to off, obviously the screensaver will kick in. Now, some people have a clock as a screensaver, so it just kicks into the clock when it's at that point. Again, choice for yourself. Your home screen. So this is where we can set it as the default launcher, because at the moment I've obviously got the Samsung launcher as my default launcher. But if you're going to use this as a car head unit, and this is the one you're going to want to use, you'd want to select Agama. Now that's selected it, and it's interesting how that has changed the screen there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close it. There we are. So I'm going to close all. And of course, Agama is our default launcher now. If we want to change back to a different launcher, it's going to be a default app, isn't it? So what we need to do is we need to search for default, choose default apps. So we go into default apps, and then we select that one, and we can see there our home app is Agama. And if we were to select it, we can go back to the Samsung default launcher. Now, if you have multiple launchers, that's where you change it in there. So let's just go back into Agama. It's interesting now, it's lost that bar there, isn't it? Oh, that's interesting. See that touch? Okay, well, we're back. Let's carry on down. So that's how we change the default launcher. And we come down, run on top, settings only for home screen. Now, you don't seem to be able to change this. I've tried it a few times now, but it doesn't seem to be able to change. Now, if anybody knows any different, please tell me down below. I might even go off and have a little look now to see if I can find something online that tells us about that, so you don't have to tell me. Okay, we're back. The run on top function can only be set when the launcher is the default launcher. So we'll carry on down through all the settings we're doing, and then we'll come back to that one in a little while just so I can show you that working. We'll leave that one for now, and we'll come down. The next is settings, saving settings, and this is just so good. Now, if I click on save, that will save our settings, but I'm going to cancel that at the moment. If I go to load, there are no files actually saved at the moment. So if I go to select, I lie, because I did one beforehand. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to change something. No, I won't. I'm going to show you how to save first of all. Literally, to save, you click save, and that's all the settings we've just changed saved into a file. Then we go to load, and there you can see that we have two options. Now, there's one from the 24th of October, which is a few days ago when I was trialing it out, And that's saved it even though I uninstalled the app as well. So that's really good to know. And you could save, you could share these settings with friends, couldn't you? If you wanted to. If you got yourself a really, really good launcher set up, it's a text file. You know, send it to someone else. They've only got to save it on their head unit and they can set up exactly the same. So I'm gonna load the one I saved on the 24th of October a minute, and you can see everything's changed. So if I go back, you can see it's a totally different look. But what we're going to do is, and I will also point out as well, you can see the music player is set up and there are apps and bits and pieces there that weren't on the other one. So we're going to go back to the settings. We're going to go back down to load, click select, and then we're going to go to the one that is today. And you can see instantly the colors have changed. I'm going to go back and you can see we've got a different one. So how great is that? That really is good, because that means, say for instance you and your mate are like working on something and got something really, really great. How easy is it to share that setup, you know, that real cool look you've designed, as long as you've got, you know, if you've got some icon files and bits and pieces, as long as they're in the right places, you're good to go. Really great. So let's carry on. We carry on down. So we've done load save, permissions and policies. So you'll see number of permissions. So if we go in there, you can see location's not switched on. So I need to do location. And I need to do appear on top. So we've got them too. So I'm going to say OK. So you can see now all permissions received. Privacy policy, that is just information about Agama. Do you want to download the file again? I'm going to cancel that. I don't know if we've got a newer version maybe. But that would be downloading the file directly from the developer's website. So that's a privacy policy. Then we come down, we got instructions. So again, it takes us off to the website, so it tells you how to purchase and do other bits and pieces. We've got a list of the translators' names, because obviously this has been translated in a lot of different languages. So you can see the people who have helped with the project. That's where you can rate it. I'll do that at a later stage. And you've got system information. So you can see here, it's running on my Samsung. I've got 3.71 gig of RAM. Android version 13, not rooted. My license is on Google Play, and there is also my license number, but I will have blurred that out, so you're not having it. And that it brings us right down to the bottom of all the settings. You'll also notice as well, when you change your colours of the theme, that your little Agama at the top changes to the colour of your theme as well. Just quite a neat little bit. Let's go back in. Something I've noticed on the tablet as well, after it's been open a little while in the settings, it doesn't like opening. So we're going to close all and reopen it. Opens quickly though, doesn't it? So we're back on the main screen. So I've shown you how we can just use a screen to touch and go around, which is absolutely fantastic. Now the buttons, if you bring them in from the side to the middle, this is where you can add your apps. So let's start. So we've brought in radio. Now a long click for the settings. So we just long click. It's going to quickly look at what radio app, what apps we got, and then we can make a decision. I've got a DAB radio app, and I've got that FM radio app I showed you earlier. haven't got any more, but you could have 4. And then we come down to navigation. So what we can do is we can do a long hold there. We've installed the app. I go into the name and we can change the name, and we could change the icon if we wanted, and they've got a lot of built-in icons already. I'm just looking to see if they've got anything relating to Waze. They haven't, so we'll just take a different icon just to show you how we can change it. So we've changed the icon, and then we'll close that, and you can see the name has changed to Waze. We've changed the icon. Yes, I know it's a world icon, so it should be internet, but you can see that's how we've gone to Waze. Now, if I was to just tap that, that will open up Waze. When I pull it into the center, you'll see it also added it as a thirst icon, so we could add more still. So long click, and then we could add Google Maps. As we come down through it, we could add Google Maps. Come down to music, and you can do the same again. You can add your music, your phone. We could add your phone app. We're just going to do a few of these just to sort of get it set up. Internet, we'll have Google Chrome, I don't know. Sometimes when you're looking at these screens, you miss it, don't you? Maybe it's just calling it Google. And then when we go into apps, that takes us into our apps, and that enables us to be able to select any app we want. So that is how you can configure that centerpiece. And obviously, just tapping it, you can bring the center. So we got that, tap it, and then we can bring in whatever we want. Now, if we had an ODB scanner connected, we could have different information about your car coming up in the center there. And you notice the outside changes as well. So I would assume, I'm just gonna, oh, maybe not, maybe not. No, maybe it is. I'm not sure. We'd have to connect that up on a car with an ODB scanner, and that'll be a little video I'll do at a later stage, I think. Just to see if that works. So you'll have to subscribe if you haven't already, just to see that. And we'll do that in a very small video. Might even be a little short because it'll be so small. Just to see what happens there. But as you can see there, it's trying to start, but it's not going to connect to anything. So currently that won't work. But if we just tap it and go out, you can see we could have the time. We can have a speedo. We can have your music, and you'd have, if I was to play some music now, you can see I'm playing music now on Spotify. It's a little bit clunky, but I think that's more down to the tablet. So once you've got it playing, you can see there, we can go through the music quite easily. But I was showing you that and that's the sound. Obviously, I'm not going to do any more than that because of YouTube copyright. And we have logo, we have our navigation, we have a compass. And the great thing about that is as well, it gives you your height as well. And there's been times when we've really wanted to have our height available. We've been driving when we've been in the out the mountains in Bali, for instance. We were driving high and we were just interested in how high we were going. It'd been great just to have been able to bring it up really easy. But there you are, that's the center. And then we move around to the edge. So we've got all the extra pieces we can actually change on the edge. So we have the plus, and then you can see we have all these icons. So let's just work across the top first of all. So you can see we've got Wi-Fi, we've got satellite. Let's say we haven't, but just say we had 4G. We can put the 4G in there. It comes up as Wi-Fi, which is quite interesting. And we come over the other side, we got temperature, we got weather. Let's put another one in there. Let's say we want to know that we're actually online when we're driving. So they all sit together. Now, down here on the bottom right, maybe we want our settings on the edge, not exactly where they are. So if we put the settings there, you think, oh, you've got two settings there, but all you got to do is you got to press that long hard, and we could maybe change that one. So we'll put a day-night mode in. Oh, we've already got day-night mode there. So long press again, and maybe we want to know what else could we have? What else would be? Oh, whether we got a USB connected. So there you are. You got your USB, and over here you got your microphone. What would you want? Maybe you want your Google Assistant with that as well. So you could just bring up your Google Assistant. And that is really a very, very faux deep dive of Agama, which I personally really, really like. The one thing that I don't like is the fact that there are no themes. If you could theme it, it works really, really well. I've been using it in our previous Fiat Ducato because it was just such a simple layout to look at, and when you're driving you could just touch what you wanted, and it was great. I really like it. I do really like it. Not my number one, but it's definitely up there. Anyway, if you think this video has been really helpful and if you've enjoyed it and you think it's given you some worth, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving us a thumbs up. And it would also be great if you could consider, there's another button these days down there called Hype. And what that does is it enables people who possibly wouldn't have seen the video to see it, because it makes the video stay just there for a little bit longer before it disappears and you have to search for it. Anyway, really appreciate you watching this one. If you haven't seen our previous videos, here is our playlist, and here's our overview of all the Android launchers we've done so far, in a like a big one-off video, but it's a bit less detail. We'll be doing another one very soon, in a couple of days in fact, so please subscribe, stay tuned, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.